All right. If you could tell everybody who's in the band and what they do, and we'll start it off like that.
Okay, who, like, who's all in the group and that kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so whenever you're ready, just tell everybody who's in the band and what they do.
okay. Well, first off, my name is Jason Coons, and I do lead vocals, and I'm the guitarist in the group. Um, my older brother, his name is Adam Coons, and he does all the percussion, and he does all the backups and all the songs that we do. He does congas and bongos and a couple other little trinkets and that kind of stuff, but it's all just percussion stuff. So,
Okay. And who are your guys' musical influences?
musical influences. Um, pretty well. I'm the one that writes all the music, so um, my musical influences are more. Um, I do have formal training. I've been studying at Indiana's music school, the Jacob School of Music, for the past 4 years. Um, some of my influences in terms of like composition are um, Brahms and Arvo Part, but I guess in terms of like a band, some of those influences as well. I guess Radiohead, Coldplay, um, a band called Elbow, they're a British rock band. Um, just that kind of stuff. More of the British rock scene is kind of what I'm into. My brother's pretty much the same as well. He likes pretty much everything that I like. He's a little bit more into um, Adam likes a lot more electronic music than I do. He's a little bit more into some of the electronic stuff, but we pretty much share most of the same influences as him and I both.
Okay. And what are your guys' musical backgrounds? Did you grow up listening to music or playing music, or was it just something that you had started later on?
Well, actually, both of my brother and I, our father was in a band in the the late '80s and early '90s. We're both originally from Birmingham, Alabama, by the way, and our dad had a local Birmingham rock band, and he was a lead singer, played guitar, and that kind of thing. And so we grew up with that being a focus in the household, just music in general. Um, and when I was 9 or 10, uh, my brother actually started taking guitar lessons, and um, I would, since he was taking guitar lessons, I would like take his guitar and ask him what he was learning, and that's kind of how I started playing guitar. And just being competitive and being brothers, I wanted to be better than him, even though he was taking lessons and that sort of thing. And I started playing guitar, and he kind of fizzled out on the guitar and decided he wanted to play drums. So that's kind of the funny thing is he started playing guitar, and then I kind of took that and ran with it, and he decided he wanted to do something totally different than guitar. So
So you stole it from him.
yeah.
Okay. Why did you guys want to become a band that is so involved in like the normal music industry? Why do you guys want to make it big?
Why do we want to make it big? Well, I guess for me, there's that's a pretty multifaceted question. I guess first, I don't really have anything else. Where you meet a lot of people, they like music, they like business, they like a little bit of everything, you know what I mean? And they kind of choose the path. Well, I don't really have any other interest. I mean, this is really the only thing I do, which makes me kind of a boring person. But music's kind of really the only thing I have, and writing music. I mean, if I never make it big, I'm not going to stop like recording and writing and that sort of thing. That's not really that's not my drive. But also too, I think I think um, money as well. Just being able to make a living, doing what you love is kind of a big drive as well. And making it big, you can look at it in a lot of different ways. Yeah, I think everyone who plays music and has a band wants to, be on the big stage and that sort of thing, and quote unquote make it big. But I guess um, for me, if I could just make it a living doing what I love, I guess that would be what I would consider making it big. So
Yeah. If you guys weren't in music, what else do you think you would be doing?
if I wasn't in music, what else I would be doing?
I guess that's
Um,
kind of hard to answer though, considering if that's your passion and that's what you love to do.
I don't know. Maybe uh, fast food worker. I don't know. My brother, Adam, he actually is pretty interested in other things. He's musically talented, but he also is really interested in um, uh, like options trading and like the stock market. He actually handles um, a private. He's like a manager of a private fund for private investors and that sort of thing. He handles their money, and that's kind of what he does for a job. That's what he does for a job outside of playing music. So Adam's got a lot of talents. He's also he's done personal training and that sort of thing, and he's got a lot. He's like I said earlier, he's one of those people with a lot of different interests, and music just happens to be one of them.
Well,
Where,
that's good.
like I said, I'm a little different. That's just kind of the only thing that I do. So.
Well, I can agree with you there though, because I've been singing since I was 4. So.
Yeah. There's very few. There's very few people that's really. Well, I can't really think of anything else that I would do.
Yeah,
Which I
that's
guess is a
like
good
what.
thing because I've had so many friends growing up and that kind of thing that are like just can't really figure out what they're supposed to do in life. Where mine is pretty easy, even though it's stressful and it's not the greatest. I would have loved it if you know professional athlete would have been what was chosen for me, but um, you know it's nice to know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So.
Exactly. If you guys could choose one person to do a collaboration with, who would it be and why?
One person to do a collaboration with. For probably for both of us, our big hero, Adam and I both, is a guy named Johnny Greenwood, and he is the guitarist and kind of somewhat mastermind behind Radiohead. He writes a lot of the music that they do, and a lot of the arrangements and some of the what you would consider the weirdness behind Radiohead. He's behind, and he's also a composer as well, and he's done some composition for the British Broadcasting Company, and he's done some stuff on different movie soundtracks. He's done some composition for those, and just just an unbelievable musician, and probably Adam and I both. That's who we would, either one of us. You ask us that question, we'd answer that any day in a heartbeat.
Okay. Hang on now. I gotta reset the camera because it shut off. So hang on a
Oh, you're
minute.
fine.